Our school, Michaelnagar Shikshaniketan, government-sponsored co-ed English medium higher secondary, has taken an excellent initiative in conducting online classes through YouTube channel. Even in this pandemic situation, our school did not step aback in providing and enhancing knowledge to the students. So, it's a request to the viewers, please like, comment and subscribe.
Class 10. Today we will continue with our chapter 7, movements organized by women, students and the marginal people in the 20th century. So, here today we will discuss about the role played by women in the civil disobedience movement. You know that civil disobedience movement took place in 1930 and 32. In this period, women took part actively. And what was the category of women who took part in this movement, in the civil disobedience movement? A large number of women from urban and rural areas. Women from both the areas, whether they lived in rural areas or in the urban areas, they took part actively. And people and women from the Christian community or from Muslim communities, the women, they never hesitated to come to the forefront. They also participated in the civil disobedience movement very actively. Women from middle and upper class Muslim families, they also participated in the movement actively. And even the women from the Parsi family, those women belonging to the Parsi family, they were very conservative, you know. But in that period of time, the women from the Parsi family also, they took part in the movement in Bombay. Now it is known as Mumbai. And some of the noted women leaders who took part in this movement were Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay, Basanta Devi, Sarojini Naidu, Razia Khatun and Rukia Begum. These women, they gave the leadership to the women for the civil disobedience movement. Why? Because they demanded for reformation, advocated for female education, protested against imperialism, and they participated in protest march. They picketed in front of the shops selling foreign goods, boycotted foreign goods, voted for khadi in streets and also manufacturing salt. These women, they gave a mass protest. Okay. Now, the women also, these women, especially Sarojini Naidu, she established a women's satyagraha and the Nari Satyagraha Samiti she organized the women so they could participate actively in the civil disobedience movement. Now, the role of the students we will discuss. The students also took part actively in the civil disobedience movement according to their nature. Where in UP the student movement was beyond the control of the Congress leaders. They also became very aggressive type. In some states, the students movement was very aggressive, like in Assam. But in Bihar, the movement was not so active. The students movement was not so active. and all Bengal students organization, they organized salt satyagraha, and more than 700 students attended the meeting which was called by the name Jatindra Mohan Sengupta, and students of Howrah Jilla School, Hooghly Mission College, Dhaka University, they were arrested because of their participation in the movement. Even the girls, they boycotted schools and colleges for 6 months in Tamluk and in Kathi. The girl students, they also participated in the movement very actively. And what was the result of this participation of the students? Due to the signing of the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, this pact was signed and the students felt themselves betrayed and they leaned towards the revolutionary movement. By the signing of this Gandhi-Irwin Pact, the students, they were forced to move back, but they thought themselves that we have to get freed from the Britishers, and for that reason they did not stop their movement. They leaned towards revolutionary movement. Now our next topic is Quit India movement. How the women participated. This movement occurred in 1942 and 44. Between this period 1942 to 1944, and the noted women who actively participated in Quit India movement were Sarojini Naidu, Sucheta Kriplani, Matongini Hajra, Amar Kaur, Rani Chanda. You will hear about them. I think you have heard all about these ladies. Now, what was the participation? How they participated? What were their activities? Aruna Asaf Ali, she was also an active participant in this movement, and what she did? She broke the self law and she was arrested and was imprisoned in Lucknow. She was arrested and she was imprisoned where? In Lucknow. And Usha Mehta set up a radio transmitter called the Voice of Freedom. Why she set up this radio transmitter? To disseminate information about the movement, to spread the activities, the information of the Quit India movement. For this, she set up a radio transmitter called the Voice of Freedom. Now, Matangini Hajra led women soldiers. Just see, she was a very old lady, about 70 years by that time. She led women soldiers or Bhogini Sena to occupy Tamluk police station, and she is also known as Gandhi Budi, and became a martyr. While doing this activity, she was shot dead, and even the large number of women protested against tax and the land revenue. So you can see in this Quit India movement also, the participation of women was very active. Women from young age to old age all actively participated in this movement, because by that time we were very close to our freedom. We will continue with our Quit India movement and we will see what was the role of the students in this Quit India movement. In this movement, in this Quit India movement, the students, they spontaneously participated in states like Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Orissa and many other areas of India. Students in Allahabad University and Benares Hindu University, they organized campaign as a mark of protest. Students carried out strikes in South India. Violence broke out in Azamgarh, Bilia, Gorakhpur, Patna, Gaya, Champaran and Shahabad. And young student leaders like Pulin Sen, Birendranath Mall called for open rebellion and Varna Sena came up in Gujarat. And we will see that in the whole of India, the participation of the students was very active in this Quit India movement.
Subscribe. Click on the bell. Like, comment, share.